Welcome to Thursday Night Thunder. I'm kidding. It's really Friday Night Fever, but just on Thursday, since we are expecting some severe weather Friday, and that's why majority of the playoff games were moved to today. So yeah, I am Avery Hilliard. Time to introduce myself.
Yes, and I am Emily Leonard. Tonight, as we mentioned, we had some of the first round playoff matchups. Yes, it's already here. I know the energy out there. You could feel it on the fields.
Yes, it was definitely out there, especially on the field I was in Shannon. Now let's go ahead and get to the game of the week to show off some plays.
A Friday Night Fever Game of the Week is sponsored by Game Day Haircuts.
This game right here was one to be at. The New Albany Bulldogs took on the Shannon Red Raiders down at the Holes. Shannon folks know what it is. Both these teams went into the game 7-3, but in playoffs, that does not matter. Everyone is 0-0. Now, let's see who will come out 1-0 in this first round of the 4A playoff matchup. First quarter right here, the Bulldogs, they have the ball, and they're getting ready to kick a field goal. Can number 80, Grayson Alexander, get it? And the field goal is good to get the Bulldogs on the board first. Score 3-0 Bulldogs, and their cheerleaders over there cheering them on. Plays later, Red Raiders ball. But first I want to show this that says Rise and Strike, because that is all the Red Raiders did in these next few highlights. Number 12, Deshaun Clifton. He's going to get the snap right here and will throw to number 81, Surveillance Montgomery, who takes it home for the touchdown. The crowd going crazy. Can y'all hear them? Yeah, they're loud and proud. We have the lights going off right here for celebration for the Red Raiders. They're pumped right after. They're going to line up to go for two. Going to get it right here. And there we go. And the ball will be handed off to number 22, Braden Hooks. And he has an easy lane to the end zone. Rashad Shannon right there to hype him up. Let's go. Score. 8-3 Red Raiders. Cheerleaders there to keep the momentum going. Plays later, Bulldogs ball. They make another field goal to get them to 6. They can't seem to get to the end zone due to the Red Raiders being tough on them defensively. Now back in the Red Raiders' hands, ball is thrown to number 5, DeGarius Clifton, who will go down that sideline and then into the middle of the field to get all the way home. Red Raiders on the board again. They are pumped. Clifton is like, let's go. Look at him. Jumping up and down. Yeah, that's right. You did that, boy. And of course, after another 2-point conversion opportunity, and the Red Raiders will, here we go, with the moves. I saw those moves. Hook scored 16-6 Red Raiders. And we have some little Shannon fans right here supporting. So cute. Now, I want to remind you all, this all is happening in the first quarter. Bulldogs ball. They are ready to punt, but watch this. The ball is blocked and recovered by the Red Raiders. Man, these boys were on it. Number 7, Caleb Polk for that touchdown. Look at that. Look at this. The sideline's going crazy. I had to show it. And that score would change 22-6 in favor of the Red Raiders down before the second quarter. Now, who will win this game? Sadly, the Red Raiders would lose. New Albany would come back 42. Shannon 36. A tough loss for the Red Raiders after having all the momentum.
What a game to be at. This one, too. The Baldwin Bearcats taking on the East Union Urchins. They're coming out, and here we go. Wildcat Ashton Grice catches a punt return, and look at him. He takes off. Yeah, all the way to the end zone. He makes it look easy. Little celebration with his buddies there. Yeah, they deserve it. He and his friends, and then the cheer team. Yeah, they like it. Look, a little extra pint-sized cheerleader on the sidelines for him this evening. The Urchins, though, they respond. Ethan Lamontagne runs more than 70 yards for a touchdown. He, too, making it look very easy tonight, also celebrating with his buds. The band out there sounding great, everybody dancing the night away because it was a great night for football, even though it was Thursday. Back to the Wildcats, a pass to Jordan Crump, who runs over 40 yards. Yes, all the way down. It was a game of touchdowns, right? But final score on this one, Wildcats 42, Urchins 6. We're following several other games tonight. The Columbus Falcons ended their regular season in West Point, taking on the Green Wave. Final score in Clay County, Columbus 0, West Point 49, Titletown keeping it rolling. Saltillo duked it out against last year's 6A champs, the Grenada Chargers, on Tiger Field. The 6A champs move on. Final score, Saltillo 16, Grenada 49. And the Amory Panthers were in Alcorn County tonight, taking on Corinth for the first round of 4A playoffs. Final score, Amory Goose Egg.
Ooh.
Yeah, Corinth 40.
Now, you all know when it comes to showing off football highlights, we have to show off the bands.
Yeah, and this week we're showing off the Baldwin Bearcats band.
A Friday Night Fever Band of the Week is sponsored by Northeast Mississippi Community College.
Yay! Thank you to the North Pontotoc Viking cheerleaders for being Cheer of the Week.
They look good and sound good as well.
Now, Emily, you know what else sounds good?
What?
Getting back to some more highlights.
Let's go!
Let's go! Playoffs is in the air tonight between the Houston Hilltoppers and the North Pontotoc Vikings. Winners, of course, move on, easy. Coming up, we're going to have North Pontotoc quarterback J.P. Cockrell calling his own number to the left for a 10-yard gain. All right, crowd loving that. Then we have Coach Andy Crockwell. He's liking that right there. Looking good, Coach. Then coming up, Cockrell again up the middle. Vikings score first. Crowd loving it. Extra point good, 7-0. And that was the end of the first quarter. Cheerleaders, y'all looking great, cheering, sounding good too. Houston quarterback Braylon Rogers hands off to Jordan Robinson for a tough 5-yard gain. Hilltoppers fans says, let's go Toppers. Oh, I see y'all. Jordan Robertson in the Wildcat keeps the ball, jumps in the end zone, literally touchdown. Former Hilltopper, current Ole Miss defensive lineman Will Eccles likes that score. 2-point is good. 8-7 Toppers. This game was a back and forth one for a while, but the Hilltoppers came out on top, 28-22.
All right, Oxford Chargers, they had senior night for 22 seniors as all they ran out the field to give their mamas flowers. I love that. This was before the kickoff of the Little Egg Bowl as the Starkville Yellow Jackets were in town tonight. First quarter action, quarterback Knox Kiffin, you know that name, hands off to DeMar Jamerson for a nice gain. Later, Kiffin back to throw and finds wide receiver Kevin Smith. Ooh, who will do a little shaking and bacon and took it to the house for a touchdown. The extra point good. And just like that, 7-0 Chargers. Wayne Herford made me say that. Of course, the cheerleaders, yeah, they were excited as well. The next possession, the Yellow Jackets, here we go, trying to counter, but the Oxford defense says not so fast with a nice tackle. Yellow Jackets come back with a run play, but it's stacked up by the Chargers. Ooh, there we go. Charger Nation, they were all fired up about that and chilly as well. The little golden egg remaining in Oxford. The final score of this one, Oxford 27, Starkville 21.
Then a few more final scores tonight. The Strayhorn, Mustangs were in Monroe County tonight, taking on the Hamilton Lions for the big 2A matchup. Final score, Hamilton 55, Strayhorn 6. It was a battle between the Commodores and the Warriors in Pontotoc tonight. Lafayette taking on Pontotoc. The Warriors, they're moving on. Final score, Lafayette 21, Pontotoc 41. And in the first round of 1A playoffs, the Potts Camp Cardinals were taking on the TCPS Eagles. A big win for TCPS tonight. Final score, TCPS 58, Potts Camp 8. Now, if you feel we missed a score, do not hesitate to email us or message us. We want to make sure to highlight all the high school teams that we can.
And of course, the college teams as well.
We have to.
Yeah, that's coming up next. Hey everyone, welcome back. Week 11 for high school football, but it's also week 11 of college football as well. I mean, we might as well go ahead and talk about Saturday. I know it's a little far in the future, but let's do it because the college teams are home this weekend.
Yes, the number 6 Ole Miss Rebels are taking on Citadel, and the Mississippi State Bulldogs have number 5 Georgia Bulldogs. Dogs versus dogs, but let's start with Ole Miss first. The Rebels are going into this game against Citadel 8-1 overall, and at home they are undefeated. Yeah, 6-0. So they have been defending their home turf. Let's see if they can keep it up. The last game they played was at home, and they took on South Carolina. I mean, they got the win since I did say they are undefeated at home. Final score 30-14. To catch this game this Saturday, though, it starts at 12 in the afternoon on SEC Network.
All right, the battle of the dogs going on right here. Mississippi State Bulldogs playing the number 5 Georgia Bulldogs after getting that road win against Arkansas last weekend. So they're home. They got a lot of momentum, and they will have even more since SEC Nation is going to be down in Starkville. That game will kick off at 11 in the morning. If you can't make it down there, it'll be on ESPN. So let's see if the MSU Bulldogs can upset the Georgia Bulldogs. It will definitely be a dog fight.
A big weekend in Starkville, Emily. I know the energy is already there. I mean, SEC Nation going to Stark Vegas?
I know. I saw Hardy was coming.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I mean, Hardy, he just stay at the games.
He does stay at the games, but he's supposed to be performing this weekend.
Okay.
And it's going to be wild.
It's going to be wild. Let's see if they can pull off that upset. Let's see. Let's see if Ole Miss can get a win at home. You know, they're going to lock the vault, maybe. Not tonight, but they're undefeated already.
I'm going to think it's Friday all night, and then tomorrow's really going to mess me up.
I know. Well, I'll be in Stark Vegas Saturday, so if you see me out there on the field, be sure to speak. 11 in the morning. Yes, early. Early. Let me not think about it. But thank you all so much for joining us for WTVA 9 News at 10 on Thursday. Thursday Night Thunder, Friday Night Fever. Hey, we like it.
6 of one, half dozen of another. You guys have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.